When it comes to drive or motivation, I feel like it's essential in bringing about change in your lifestyle. Now, I have been trying to implement some sort of change because living in college, I feel like I have a lot of freedom, which I did even at my house. But I feel like back then I had this task, this primary task of studying so that I get into a good college. So it was very, all the freedom I had was very centered, like it was very study centric. I mean, it's a very separate topic on whether I followed it or not, but that was the ideology. Right now, I feel like this is like the trial time for me to try on what I want to do when I'm given as much freedom as an adult would. This is the goal for college life, at least. I've tried to bring about change quite a bit. I wanted to go to the gym to, yeah. With that, I've been trying to learn about future career prospects because I want to be enthusiastic about that and not go with the flow. Because even engineering, I've just kind of gone with the flow, had nothing else to do, took engineering shit like that. Feel like I care about my career choice a lot more for that to happen again. Now, to bring about change, I feel like the factor that has held me back the most is definitely drive. Like, the reason most my attempts to change fail and I come back into the same cycle again is because I just don't really want the change at my core. I feel like it's a recurring pattern. It has not suddenly started to exist. It was always there. And with time it made sense. Like I could track back my behaviors from like 1 year ago or even before that. And they would make sense because of what I found out right now. So it was inherently present for a long time now. The behavioral pattern that I'm talking about, that I've noticed in myself at least, was that when it comes to motivation to do something, I am not attracted by success, I'm just repelled by failure. Now, both the things can sound synonymous, but there's a big difference. For me, I'll be fine as long as I just don't fall into the definition of what I would describe as failure. Yeah, which honestly just pushes me to do the bare minimum. That's the thing. When I talk about implementing this change of when I want to go to the gym, if I actually wanted this particular like physique or this level of strength that I was trying to achieve, then I wouldn't stop until I got there. All I really wanted out of myself was I just wanted to look good. More than that, I just wanted to not look bad. And if I ever stopped having the motivation to go, or I found myself struggling because obviously habits take efforts to implement them, and I found myself that I had to give a lot of effort. I feel like a big part of me would like ask myself, why do I want this? Why am I going through this? Why am I putting in effort? And the answer would come down to, oh, because I don't want to look bad. But those points are easily debatable when all I'm really chasing is just not bad. So, yeah, then the habit stops. Even with JE, I never wanted like IITs, IIT Bombay, or just top tier colleges. I felt like as long as I could just say my college name proudly, I would be fine with it. And once I found out my JE mains one score was really nice, the little will I had to study died because whatever I was trying to gain out of it, I already had. So, yeah. Now, this is something I just realized about myself. This is something I would want to change about myself because, as much as it lets me be carefree and just not stressed about the things I'm trying to achieve, it never pushes me to do my best. And honestly, I feel like I'm too young to be worrying about stress, anyways. Which I'm not. It just, I don't know, it works out. What I'm worried about though, so like the pros of thinking like this, up until now it was the cons, that I can't get myself to push myself beyond my limits, change is difficult to implement, and stuff like that. But for the pros of it, I'm almost never stressed in pursuing anything that I want. Going into a test, even though I do want good marks, I'm never afraid of getting the bad marks. Like, going into the gym, I'm never afraid of being the weakest one there, because it's just fine. Like, I don't really want to be the strongest one either. So, I feel like my body copes with it really well. Which I love, honestly. I love not being stressed about things. And I feel like even just the process of not stressing, it has helped me a lot in just performing better. So that's something I noticed. I am worried that if I were to implement this change, I would just start stressing about things, and that would, like, at least initially reduce my performance. But I feel like that is something I'm willing to risk and find out, because I feel like no personality change is permanent as long as the person's willing. And I know I'll be willing. It's too early for me to fix on a personality type and have it for the rest of my life, anyways. One more thing I saw, actually, kind of diverting from the topic, is that when you're trying to implement change, I did notice that I just don't have the motivation to do it. But another thing I feel like which holds back people from just pursuing change is the fact that they overestimate themselves. Like, to pursue change, it has to be gradual, it has to be slow. And I feel like in a world where a majority of the people are like just consuming the short form content, the attention span is just terrible, and they're like, you know basically the dopamine baseline level is very high. Like, boring tasks are just painfully boring to them now. I feel like that stops gradual change. That will make it insufferable. Like, you'll just sit there day 3, even though it's only day 3, but in your mind it's like it's the 3rd day. Where's my, I don't know what's a good size for biceps, but big biceps or something like that. But honestly, you have to give it time. Like, you do. I feel like, as far as I go, I've gone to the gym a lot, but it has always been in like tiny spells of like short amounts of time. Because I think I first went to the gym when I was 15. That was in June 2023. I'm recording this in October 2025. It has been more than 2 years. The total number of times I've gone to the gym is probably like 100, like around that figure. Because I'd just go for 3 weeks, I'd stop for 2 months, I'd go for 3 weeks, I'd stop for 2 months, I'd go for 1 week, I'd stop for 2 weeks. It's just like that. Because I don't know, I feel like if I went for like 5 days and I skipped 2, I'd just be like, nah, this is never working out. Because, not because I don't believe in myself, but because it's a tough change and my body just wants to find a way out. My mind just wants to find a way out. So yeah, that. So I feel like one thing that could help in pursuing gradual change is to pursue gradual change in one thing at a time. Like, right now, I had like 5 goals for myself written down that I want to see in myself 1 year from now. And I wrote that down 2 days ago. I still have time. But that's the thing. I haven't worked on any of them in the 2 days. And somewhere in my mind right now, if I don't like enforce this logical thought process, it'll be like, oh, I didn't work on it for 2 days, I will never work on it. But 2 days is such a short time. even if it takes me like 6 months to just apply one of the things into my life, let it be the gym going thing. Then after that, at least I have the habit, I have the thought process, I have the patience to apply habits into my life, and I feel like that's very valuable. So yeah, that too. To pursue change, you need a better driving force than just I don't want the worst possible outcome. To pursue change, you need patience. To pursue change, maybe pick one at a time, maybe pick one thing at a time. Because I thought about myself, if I want academics, I want gym going, I want social life, I want acting, I want everything. Then, like, I'll pull all four aspects up like a little bit. And then, like, I'll see a little change in all of them. Then one of them will fall, maybe one day, bad day. Then I'll be like, oh shit, I already lost this. Then the second one will fall, third one will fall, fourth one will fall. And in the small ups and downs, I'll just be back where I was. But if I were to just pull one thing quite a bit, even if it fell, it's still quite like it's up there. And I can focus on it for a while. And when I'm confident enough that it's okay, it's at a place where I can leave it and focus it on something else. It's engraved, some word, in my schedule. Then I can try to bring the other thing there too. Stuff like that. But yeah, I did notice that about myself, so I wanted to make a video about it. And I don't have much more to say. But yeah, college life's great so far. I feel like I updated you all last a month, more than that. No, less than that, like 12 days ago or something. But yeah, it's been amazing. I'm enjoying myself. I'm trying to implement change. I want to fix my sleep schedule as well. I have people who are helping me for that. Yeah. People who will watch this video. But yeah. Hope change comes because I don't know, I just hope I can, bro. That's it. Apart from that, everything's chill. I have great friends over here. I'm really happy. Yeah. With that, I'm gonna go home in 2 weeks, which will happen for Diwali and everything. But yeah, first time I'm going home in like 2 months. Been a while. Surprisingly, I don't know. Time flies. That's all I'll say. Okay, I'll see you all. I hit the 13-minute mark anyways. Bye bye.